Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at 3 gaming coins on a base blockchain or a base network, which I think will do pretty good when we have the gaming season or gaming coin seasons. So as of now, if you look at the base DeFi, it has been actually doing extremely well. So I think there will be time when we see gaming coins getting a lot of pumps, and I think that is the time when I think we'll see base gaming coins actually pop up. So I will be giving my 3 coins in this video, which I think will do pretty awesome. So let's get started. So the first project or the first gaming coin which we are looking at on the base network is actually Echelon Prime. So I have actually covered this coin various times, and if you just look at this one, this is from my previous video, and it has actually followed exactly as I said in my previous video, which is pretty awesome. And so as of now, we are looking at its recent updates and see what is going on again with this coin. So first of all, this is actually a gaming ecosystem which is actually on the base network as well. So as of now, they have 2 games which include Parallel and Colony as well, which is pretty awesome. So if we just look at the updates, they don't have that much anything going on. They had a voting for the Planet Prime event snapshot, which was actually completed on the I think my 9th. As you can see here, the snapshot is actually, I think they have some kind of rewards and something like that, so it's not a big deal, I don't think so. After that, we do have the much awaited Echelon bond system has actually entered the final stages of quality assurance testing, I think, and that is going to be very interesting because bonds are a guild system that enables gasless and permission sharing of digital assets for the games in the Echelon ecosystem, which I think is going to be pretty interesting. So if we just look at the bonds, this is actually the bonds which they are actually introducing. So let's just read out and see what actually it is. So it is basically a system where bonds are a guild system that enables gasless and permission sharing over digital assets for games in the Echelon Prime ecosystem, which is pretty good. We are in the coming weeks, Parallel players and admins from the 5 bonds began testing the alpha release. Bonds unlock a new avenue for growth, enabling players to borrow NFT card and complete decks at a 0 upfront cost, which is pretty good. We also have Parallel has been free, and bonds take it even further, making access to NFTs and Prime rewards free as well, which is pretty good, all thanks to the sharing system for gameplay winning. So I think this is going to probably increase the adoption of Echelon Prime games. The most I think notable would be Parallel, and I think we are going to see a lot of new players coming in because of this sharing, and that is going to be pretty interesting once it actually does come out. I am not actually going to read how it works, so let's just move on to another update. I think they actually gave out the foundation just transferred 80k Prime from Echelon Reserve to one of their initial launch partners. So that means these tokens are allocated to support and expand user experience across various platforms. So probably more sale pressure, but it's from the May 2nd, so I think the sale pressure may have actually passed. So the big problem with Echelon Prime as of now is its supply. So if you do look at its supply, it has actually been increasing slowly. We have the emission coming in just 2 days, in which we have the investors actually getting a pretty good 750k Prime tokens. That means that is worth actually 14 million if you look at here. So that means we have a sale pressure coming in, and I don't actually like that. So if you just look here, we do have that monthly, and investors are getting monthly tokens on the Prime tokens, and that will continue till October 2025. And I think that is going to be problem, because I think that is what is most likely holding back the Prime coin as of now. If we do look at its overall market structure or overall actually price, as you can see, it has been actually in the downtrend ever since I think March 23rd, and as of now we are I think still in a downtrend, and I think it will most likely continue to go down like this. And I think the next support or the next resistance I think is likely around $21 or something like that. So if we do continue to reject this downtrend, I think we are heading towards at these lower levels again. So In terms of its fundamentals, I think those are pretty strong, and it is also an AI coin as well. So along with the base, I think that does have a pretty good thing going on for this coin. But as for its, I think whether it will go towards $50 or not, I think that depends on the overall market. If the market does continue to pump, I think the prime could actually end up hitting $50. So I think it could actually end up hitting at least, if you look at it, if we look at its market cap, I think we could actually end up hitting $2 billion. So if we do hit $2 billion, I think the price will most likely be above $50, which is possibility. But if the market does not go up, I think the prime will most likely see a pretty good correction. And I think the second demand zone which I'm looking at is this one around 12 to 11, which is I think must be filled before going up again. So we do have a pretty good trade zone as well. So I think this is the first entry which I would like. After that, I think we do have a pretty good entry around 10 to 9.5 as well. So this was it for the prime. So let's just move to other coins. So the second coin which we are looking at is GHST, or it's called Aavegotchi. So basically I did cover this coin in a previously. As you can see here, we did have a pretty bounce back from this demand zone, but as of now I think that demand zone has had a pretty bad rejection, or as you can see here, we saw a pretty good downtrend from here, and the support was actually broken with a pretty good momentum, as you can see. So I don't think that this demand zone is valid anymore. So first of all, before we come to the price action, let's see what they have been doing on their on their progress. So first of all, it did come on Aerodrome as well. So Aerodrome is a DEX. So GHST finally became available on the base blockchain, as you can see here. So it launched on Aerodrome on the 7th May, which was pretty good for them. Beside that, they did actually announce a new game, which is pretty awesome. So they have been actually growing their ecosystem, and I think which is pretty awesome. So the game is called Aavegotchi Guardian. So as you can see here, it seems fairly decent. So after that, we do have of course the biggest one was this one. Right after this announcement, the coin did pump a lot. So they are actually launching their own chain called Aavegotchi chain, and on that chain, that is an application layer blockchain. So GHST will be used as gas fees, which is pretty awesome, and I think that is going to actually increase a lot of demand for the GHST coin. And as of now, it's around 79 million, and I think once it is live, it could actually end up getting at least 200 million or even more than that once the demand for GHST actually increases. As for its supply, it is going to be around 52 million, because they have a ban and min mechanism to actually maintain the supply. I think around 52 million, so which is pretty awesome if you look at that, if you look at it that way. So overall, they have been doing pretty good, and of course GHST is also used for their governance, and their governance is pretty active. So if you look here, as of now they have three proposals going on, which is I think pretty awesome. As you can see here, they have 4 proposals going on, so it is actually awesome. As you can see here, we also have a proposal that ended 4 days ago, 3 days ago. So their governance is very much active, and I think that is pretty awesome. So they did also launch 1 million, I think 1 million pool on the Aerodrome as well, which was pretty big for them as well. I think that did actually increase the demand for the GHST as well. So overall, I think this coin is a pretty bullish on the base, and I think once the base does go up again, I think we'll most likely see a bounce back from this coin. And as of now, it's actually, just a second, I will go to the daily chart. So as of now, I think the demand zone which I am looking at, which could be the best one, is this one. But this demand zone is not that bad either, because if we just look here, if we go to the 4-hour chart, we do have a demand zone which is currently being tested, which is around here. So I think we actually need to see how it plays out. So if it does not bounce back from here, we will most likely head towards 1.37 to 1.29, but it actually did bounce back from this demand zone, and which could, I think, pump if it does go up. So if it does not pump, I think we have a rejection here. So as of now, it seems like it has rejected, but I'm not sure about that. So Just a second, I will just make it a little bit correct, and I think we are following this downtrend. So as of now it seems like it did reject here, but I think it could actually end up pumping. So if it does pump here, I think we are heading towards $2 or even more than that. But if it does reject, I think we are heading towards 1.3837 to 1.29. If not, I think we could actually end up retesting around $1, which is a pretty awesome entry for this coin. If not, I think we do have a pretty good demand zone, which will most likely be a pretty good bounce back as well, which is around I think 1.15 to 1.28. Actually, I think this is the best entry for this coin. So if we are able to get entry around here, it is I think a pretty good 1x or 2x after that. So still as of now, I think if we do get a breakout from here, we could actually end up hitting at least I think 40% or even 50% move from here, which is pretty good. So I think the biggest resistance we have is around here, so around $2.4. so if we do go up from here, I think $2.4 is pretty easy, and I think we will probably go towards 2.38 is the resistance which I'm looking at, so that could happen. So this was it for this coin. Let's just move to the last one. So the last but not least is the Heroes of Mavia. So this is a pretty new game, and the token itself is not actually available on the Binance as of now, but it's available on Coinbase, KuCoin and others. It's also available on Aerodrome as well. So it actually did launch on Base, but before it was on Ethereum. So this coin is a pretty interesting one, because if you just look at the Heroes of Mavia on the Google Play Store, it has over 1 million downloads, and they do have a pretty good rating around 4 with 9k reviews, which is a pretty big one. So I have actually covered this coin before when it actually launched, so I have actually a detailed review on this coin, and at the launch it did have a problem. So I actually did say that when it was around here somewhere, now I think it was around $8, so I did say that the coin price will correct itself towards $1 or even below than that. So as you can see here, it has actually gone around $3. So I think in the future it will go even down. But the reason this coin is pretty awesome, or it could be actually pretty good, is because they have a pretty good studio which is building them actually, which is around Scry's. I think they have over 60 plus team member. They have raised over 8 millions. They are carbon neutral, and they have 15 plus partners. They do also charity as well, so they are also backed by Binance Lab as well, including Delphi Digital, even Yield Gaming, which is pretty big one, Animoca brand as well. So most of these partners do sell their tokens, so that is a big problem, because in the long run, if this coin I think will eventually get pumps from time to time, but I think the biggest problem with this coin is going to be in the long run, I mean, is going to keep its price maintained. Because if you look here, we only have around, I think its total supply is around 250 million, and out of which we have around 31 million supply in the circulation. So that is only around 12%, so we do have a lot of supply yet to come out. So if you just look at here, as of now we do have a pretty big cliff coming in around 69 days, which is the pre-sale investors will get around 350k tokens, which means more sale pressure for this coin. And we also had that same actual release in April 27th. So if you just look at the price, so this is April 27th. So as you can see here, we are here. So the price was around $4, and we saw a big sell pressure after that token release, and we are currently around trading around $3. So I think this will continue to grow even more. And if you just look here, we do have the team will start getting their tokens in 2025, but the pre-sale investors are getting their tokens, I think this is 3 month time frame. So they do get their tokens in from 3 months to 3 months, so that is pretty big. I think that is the 90 days, as you can see here. So the next one is coming in, I think, August. So after that we have in November. So I think this coin is going to see a lot of sell pressure, but if we are able to get entries in I think the entries below $1 or even $2, I think it is going to be a pretty good coin to hold for a short-term profit. So if it does actually, if we do get entries, I think around somewhere $1 or even $2, I think this coin will get casual pumps. So if you look here, it did pump here, so the same pump happened here. So as you can see here, it has seen pretty good pumps. So I think this coin will continue to pump, and if we are able to get entries below $2 or even at the $2, I think this coin that is going to be profitable trade. So always remember to sell it whenever it pumps, because this coin does have a lot of supply to come out, so you have to be careful with that. Besides that, if you look at their governance, that is pretty active as well, and I think that's pretty good. So for the long term, for I think in the long run, this coin could actually, I think it will most likely be trading around, as of now it has the market cap of around 100 million. So if we just compare its market cap with its price, that has been consistent, which is pretty awesome. But I think the max market cap which we saw was around 296 million. So even if we see most of its supply come out, I think it will come out in till 2009. So if this supply actually comes out, 250 million does come out, eventually I think the price is going to settle around $1 or even above than that, or slightly below than that, because the game has a lot of downloads, and I think that is going to continue even more in the future. And I think they are doing a pretty good job on the game. I think that is the most likely reason why it has been doing extremely well. So if the game does continue to actually get a lot more popularity, I think the coin will eventually end up pumping. So that is pretty good, and it is also available on App Store as well, which is pretty good, I think. So overall, I think the project itself is good, but I think the tokenomics is not that good as of now. But it could be a pretty good gaming coin if you are looking for time to time casual pumps for this coin. So it's pretty interesting. So this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.